exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Chicago Cougars here on Madden 22. We enter our third official offseason as the Chicago Cougars. Obviously, this is season number 4, but we had to simulate a full season in year number 1 to get to where we are with the Cougars, because in Madden, you have to relocate after a full season. So that's technically season number 1. So this is technically season number 4. You get the drift. But this is our third official season as the Cougars. We are coming off of another Super Bowl, 3 straight Super Bowls. Actually, this is 6. 3 straight Super Bowls. And Trey Lance is the 2-time Super Bowl quarterback. But I do have to say, I mentioned this in the last episode, in the Super Bowl episode. This next upcoming season is going to be the final one. That's why these Cougar videos are coming out a little bit more regularly. 2 times a week I try to get them out because Madden 23 is on the horizon. It comes out in August, late August. So we don't have much more time, and I don't want this series to continue on to Madden 23 cycle because I've got stuff planned for Madden 23, obviously. So this series will be concluding after this final season, season number 5, or season number 4 as the Cougars. So that's what's going to happen with that. But I do want to say season number 4 is not going to be like normal Chicago Cougars years. We are going to implement a wheel spin that we will do for every single episode. Now, this wheel spin is going to be similar to, you know, like your boy Pizza does a wheel spin series on his channel. MMG does Wheel of Mutt on his channel. That's what he's famous for. So, I mean, it's kind of in the inspiration of that. It's like taking some inspiration from those wheel spin series that those guys do and adding my little twist to it. So that's what we're going to be doing at the start of next season. So episode number 1, or week number 1, I should say, of next season, which is going to be next episode, is going to be the first episode with the wheel. So if you guys have any suggestions for wheel spin ideas that I can put on the wheel, leave them down below in the comments, because I'd be more than happy to add them to the wheel. But don't go too crazy. We don't want to go like out of this world, like release your entire starting lineup. We don't want to get that crazy. So with all that being said, let's get into our final offseason of the Chicago Cougars series. I hope you guys have enjoyed this entire series, because I know I have. And let's get it done right now. We're not going to have a lot of money, but let's get it done. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get right into it. All right, so like I said in the intro, we're not going to have a lot of money, if at all. We've got negative money right now. We got negative 9.6, but we might trade some people, free up some cap space, depending on what the free agency market looks like. We might figure something out. So let's take a look at season recap. Justin Reed won the Super Bowl MVP for us. Obviously, we know that 3-time Super Bowl champions are the Chicago Cougars. Trey Lance won the MVP of the league. Sean McVay is the coach of the year. Christian McCaffrey wins the Offensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Eric Yates, quarterback of the Rams, wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Cam Patterson wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Dolphins. So that's pretty interesting. Now, at the end of next season, in the final season, I will go over a full retrospective of what's gone on through the entire 5 years of the series. So we'll do that all next season. So let's do advance the week and actually start this off season. Let's get into it. So we're still gonna have Sean McVay as our head coach, and we are gonna get into player retirements. So who's calling it a career? Oh, a lot of Cougar players. Quentin Spain is calling it a career after 10 years. JJ Watt is calling it a career after 14 seasons. So I was going to actually let him go. That was the whole storyline throughout the season this year, was do we re-sign JJ Watt or not? And I decided halfway through the season that I wasn't going to sign him. But now I would have got that money back anyway because he is retiring. Kelvin Benjamin also retires, somebody else who I decided to let go after this season. So that's good. I guess we don't have to worry about him anymore. Gabe Jackson retires. Austin Reeder and David DeCastro for the Packers. Mitchell Schwartz retires. Travis Kelce retires after 12 years. That's an interesting one. That's kind of a shocker. Travis Kelce retires. That's crazy. Cam Jordan and Stephon Gilmore for the Patriots retire. Graham Gano and Darius Slay for the Commanders. Ryan Tannehill's gone. Adam Thielen. Greg the Leg Zuerlein. Zach Martin's gone only after 11 seasons. Von Miller's gone after 14 years. Rodney Hudson. Some big names are retiring. That's going to be a big Hall of Fame class. There goes Colin Kaepernick. Nick Foles. I hate his guts. He's gone. Jason Pierre-Paul's gone. There goes Tom Brady after 25 seasons. If you guys remember, Tom Brady wasn't on a team for like 2 years. He didn't get signed. So he was just sitting in free agency for like 2 seasons now, and he finally calls it a career after he realized no team was going to give him a shot anymore. After 25 years, Tom Brady calls it a career. This is going to be the greatest Hall of Fame class in the history of the NFL. I mean, you've got Robert Quinn, who's probably a Hall of Famer. You've got Tom Brady, obviously, who's going to be the headliner. You've got, let's go up here to the top. You've got, who else is going to be a Hall of Famer in here? Thomas Morstead, probably not. Von Miller's a Hall of Famer. Rodney Hudson might be a Hall of Famer. Zach Martin for sure is a Hall of Famer. Let's see who else is a Hall of Famer. Travis Kelce's probably a Hall of Famer. Has he done enough? I don't know. Mitchell Schwartz, no. David DeCastro, probably not. J.J. Watt's a Hall of Famer. This is a big class, and Tom Brady will headline it as the most notable Hall of Fame retiree. Player negotiations, I don't think I have many to do. We can franchise tag one person. Should we use the franchise tag on Davis Mills? I'm going to withdraw my offer from him. Oh, he's just not interested. He's just not interested because of the thing. I should have offered him a lowball contract. I think that's what I should have done. I don't think I'm going to use my franchise tag on any of these guys. I don't really want them. Let's move on to the next week. We don't need to re-sign anybody else, and we'll see what the goings-on are in the free agency. Here we go. Free agency period, week 1. We don't have any money, but maybe we... Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, we're starting hot. We're starting hot with Aaron Donald and Deandre Hopkins. I need to check. I didn't even check the lineup. Did anybody go up in dev traits? We saw last episode that Jamar Chase does. Jonathan Taylor has not gone up a dev trait. That is very annoying. Matt Peterson dropped a dev trait to star. I'll give him back superstar. He doesn't deserve. He hasn't done anything to warrant dropping to star. So I'll make him a superstar again before next season. Nobody on the line has gone up at all. On defense, Barmore's still in there. Micah Parsons didn't go up. Jeff Sewell dropped to star. Was he always a star? I think he was a superstar. We'll give him back superstar. Kalen Cousins dropped a star. Okay, so anybody that dropped, Kalen Cousins played amazing this year. I'll give him back his superstar. So I'll move everybody back up to what they were. So that shouldn't matter. But college players, we have 263 points to spend. If you're wondering why I have the old scouting, it's because this series was started, this franchise was started before the scouting update. That's why I have the old scouting update, or the old scouting thing. So this guy's an early first rounder, Antoine Middleton, 6'2" out of UCF. He doesn't look like amazing or anything. Chris Lawrence got better initial stats than Antoine Middleton. I'll put them both on the board just in case. They're both first rounders. This guy, Telvin Walden. Telvin Walden doesn't look bad at all. I'm going for high combine stats right now because we don't really need a wide receiver. So if anybody's got like a crazy combine, then I'll go for that. We do need a tight end, really. So I'll spend some points in tight end. There's some decent ones. A couple 6th-round guys. Late 6th rounder. This guy's 6'3", and he's pretty fast for a tight end. Interesting. Not like crazy. Nothing crazy in tight end. But let's go to the roster and see if we can unload some salary. So let's actually, I should go to... It says we have 3.7 there in the trade thing, but let's go to the actual team salary thing and see who's making the most money. Obviously, we know some of the main guys that are making money. We have Trey Lance making the most money. Mekhi Becton's making a lot of money. because we signed him to a big contract. Chase Young's making a ton of money. Terry McLaurin's making a ton of money. Surtain's making a ton of... Laramie Tunsil's making a ton of money. And I think we might trade Laramie Tunsil. I talked about possibly trading Cesar Ruiz, but Laramie Tunsil might be the guy that we trade because he's making a ton of money. And he's not really... He's good, but he's old. A little older. He's making a ton of money. We could probably get something pretty decent for him. And maybe that would free up enough money to sign... what's his face, Aaron Donald, because that'd be pretty cool to have Aaron Donald in the final season. But I'd have to get a right tackle back, or at least an offensive lineman. I have to get an offensive lineman back in return. So let's see, what can I get for you? Can I get Deebo Samuel? I probably could. What can I get back for Laramie Tunsil? We need a tight end. Should I get George Kittle? Should we try and get George Kittle? That'd be pretty crazy. Who are some 49ers offensive linemen? Are there any decent ones? Left tackle. They don't have any center or left guard. They have Mike McGlinchey. Is this center or this left tackle have a star? He has star development. So if you throw me him and George Kittle and you give me a second round pick as well, that's a lot of money. It would put me over the salary cap because George Kittle's making way too much money. Okay. I understand. Let's go through tight ends and see if there's anybody here that I want that's not making like a crazy amount of money or anything. Darren Waller is making 5. Mark Andrews is making 7 on the cap hit. Wow, the tight end class is not really that deep. Noah Fant would be interesting, and he's not super expensive. What's his contract looking like? Did he get signed to a new one, or do we have to sign him? He's got 2 years left. So if we throw in Noah Fant, and then they give me somebody to replace... What's this guy? Jason Banks has got star. If you give me this package, along with a 3rd round pick, I'll do it. Trade was declined. Cougars, unfortunately, we can't consider the offer. It will put us over the salary cap. Oh, is it factoring in the draft pick? It might be factoring in like the contract of the draft pick. So let's make it a cheaper contract. I don't understand why it won't let me do this. I'm guessing it's factoring in the contract, but I'm not 100% sure. So if I give you Darryl Royals, will that make it good? I don't understand the problem. It says I have enough cap space after the trade to accept the trade. I don't understand the problem. If I give you Sean Wade, does that help it through? Trade declined. I don't understand what the problem is. I have enough cap space if I accept this trade. What about if I throw in Marcus May? I don't understand the problem. I really don't. I don't know what is going on, why I can't accept the trade. Does anybody want Marcus May? Because I really don't really. I kind of don't want Marcus May anymore. Let's give him to the Bills because the Bills are in need of a strong safety. So we'll go 3rd round pick for Marcus May. Trade offer is declined. 4th round pick for Marcus May. Trade offer is declined. A 6th round pick for Marcus May. Trade offer was accepted. So we get a 6th round pick for Marcus May. That's not too bad. That means Lambert can come in and start, then Tevin Lambert, who's played a little bit. What are our draft picks looking like? We have 2 first round picks, pick 12 and pick 32, and then we go to the 3rd round. Okay. Raheem Mostert's making a ton of money. I can't trade because this game sucks. So I have to back out every time I make a trade. I think it's time for the Raheem Mostert story to come to a close if somebody wants him. Nobody might even want him. Does anybody need a running back? There's got to be a team that needs a running back. In the top 3 even? Let me go to the actual thing. There's got to be a team in here that needs a running back in their top 5. All 32 teams don't have a running back that they like. I guarantee it. Okay, let me go to actual running backs and see. I mean, right off the bat, this team right here, the Cardinals, they have J.J. Robinson. They don't have a good running back. So give me a 3rd round pick for Raheem Mostert. No, give me a 4th round pick for Raheem Mostert. Give me a 5th round pick for Raheem, or a next year 4th. Give me a next year 4th. You can't value that. Trade decline. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? You give me the 4th. I'll throw in, I don't know, I'll throw in one of my 7s, I guess. And you accept this deal. Trade offer was accepted. So Raheem Mostert's out the door. I do like Raheem Mostert, but he carried us to a championship. All right, now we're building up a little bit of cap space. Now can I complete that trade with Laramie Tunsil? Laramie Tunsil to the Broncos for Noah Fant, that left tackle. No, it was a right tackle. The right tackle, Jason Banks, and then a draft pick. Will it let me accept this trade now? Trade offers decline. Unfortunately, it will put us over the salary cap. Why will it put us over the salary cap? It says I have enough to complete this by a lot. And the 3rd round pick's not going to be making that much money. So I don't understand why this trade doesn't work. Maybe it'll work with some other team. I'll give it a shot, but I don't think it will. Maybe I just won't be able to trade, what's his face? Maybe I just won't be able to trade Laramie Tunsil. I'll trade him back to the Dolphins, though. If you give me him and you give me an offensive lineman that's good. What's this Laron Henry guy? He looks pretty decent. You value him? I hope not. And then you give me a draft pick as well. Mike Gesicki for Laramie Tunsil. I don't know why this is saying that. Why is it? Is it something that I'm missing? I don't understand what I'm missing here. I really don't understand what I'm missing. Unfortunately, we can't consider the offer if it will put us over the salary cap. But I'm taking on less money than I'm giving away. So I have enough money. I freed up space. I don't understand this game. It doesn't make any sense. I guess I can't trade Laramie Tunsil away. Whatever. I don't know why I can't do it, but I can't do it. Let's go to defense. Trent Favors is staying. The defensive tackles are okay. Trace Young is staying, obviously. I don't think there's anything else that I need to trade. I mean, Logan Wilson's making a lot of money. He's been really good for us, but he's making a ton of money. So if we trade Logan Wilson for Matthew Studebaker, I didn't think that was going to go through. I just wanted to try it. TJ Hawkinson, though, we do need a tight end. And if they give me back a player like Penei Sewell, I didn't think they'd give that up. So what about if they give me Tyrone Smith? Okay. I bet I could do this for Penei Sewell. I bet I can do this. What else do they need? They need a free safety. I have Cam Curl and Justin Reed. I like both of those guys. But I have pick 32. I bet it would take first round picks from next year too. I have my first round pick for next year. Trade offer was accepted. So Logan Wilson and 2 first round picks for TJ Hawkinson and Penei Sewell. So we just got ourselves a tight end. We don't need tight end anymore. That's for sure. See, I think that's the reason why we can't trade Laramie Tunsil, because if we go back to here, it still says we have negative $3.43 million. But if we go to this, it says we have 7.04. So I don't know if what it's factoring in, if it's the draft picks that we have, their contracts. But even this says we have $7 million in cap space. So it's really only that screen that says we have so much money. I'm not sure what it's factoring in. Now we have to trade Laramie Tunsil because we have 2 right tackles, and Penei Sewell is the better tackle because he's younger. I got a lot of big contracts. I got a lot of big contracts on the books. What about if I go to sign free agents now? It says I have negative 9 million. Why does it say that? Oh, now it says I have negative 3.3. So this must be the number that is real. Because I can only offer Aaron Donald this. So that must be the number that's real. But if I trade Laramie Tunsil, it's not going to let me. We've already been through that. If I go to right tackle and I pick Laramie Tunsil, I don't even need anything crazy. Just give me some draft picks, I guess. Give me a top 5 pick for Laramie Tunsil and we'll call it a deal. We feel like we don't... This would almost go through. That's pretty crazy. Can I get a higher pick? Pick 3 from the Cowboys. Oh, they don't really want him. Do I even need draft picks at this point? Because it's only one more year. Who has pick 1? The Giants have pick 1, and they want him. I mean, if I can get the first overall pick in the draft, I might as well try, right? 6th round pick in Laramie Tunsil. Doesn't get it done. 4th round pick, along with the 6th round pick. Declined. But I have picks for next year. I have picks for next year. Unfortunately. Let me Google this really quickly. Let me Google this and see if somebody has figured it out, because I have no idea what it means. Okay, so I couldn't figure out what the problem was. I think it was the fact that like I was saying earlier, with the salary cap affected by the draft picks, since we have so many draft picks, I think that the contracts all together are keeping us, because we have so many of these draft picks, I think that's what it's doing. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. I'm not 100% sure. It could just be Laramie Tunsil's glitched out for some reason. So maybe we won't be able to trade him. But I'll just move on from it. I guess we'll look to trade somebody else if I want to. I could look to trade like Cesar Ruiz. That could be an interesting one. I've talked about possibly trading him in the past. We'd have to move one of these guys to guard, I would think. Or maybe we trade Cesar Ruiz for another guard. Because I do like Cesar Ruiz, but he just lets up too many sacks. So maybe we go with somebody else. Is there anybody out there that's equal value but cheaper? Probably not, right? There's probably nobody out there that's cheaper but still around the same value. What about left guard that we could turn to a right guard? Who was that 89? Oh, it's Michael Wenyu. I don't think we're going to find anybody. That's kind of a unicorn thing that we're looking for, and I don't think it's going to be possible. How about... Is there somebody that's not the same value? Like this guy, John Hackett, has got star development, and he's pretty cheap. So maybe we try and go for him. He could be interesting. He's not super low. He's not that much lower of an overall. So we could go with him. And then we could also... I mean, I'd want to get something else from this. So who else is like a cheaper contract? Xavier McKinney, maybe? 2 young players. No, just free up. I don't want to take up that space. How about you just give me Xavier McKinney and a couple picks? Or you give me Hackett and a couple of picks. And we call that a deal. No, you don't like that? Okay. They're starting to come around to it. They're starting to come around to it. What about if I give you a 3rd rounder? Trade declined. I'll keep my 3rd rounder this year, but I'll give you a 3rd rounder next year. I know this isn't going to go through, but I want to see the... Oh, that's actually a little bit better. So I'll give you one of my 4th. So Cesar Ruiz, a 3rd and a 4th for a cheaper, younger guard that we can move to right guard, and a 2nd round pick this year is accepted. So that went through. I think Laramie Tunsil might just be like glitched or something. I don't know what's going on with Laramie Tunsil, but we do have freed up a lot of money now that we've done that. And let me just go to the roster and make that guy a right guard instead of a left guard. So let's go to left guard. We will go to John Hackett, and he's got star development, so it's not like he changes from what Cesar had. He had star development as well. So we will change you to a right guard. Do you stay the same? Do you go up? You stay the same at 84, so that's okay. I'll take that. Maybe during the season next year we can trade Laramie Tunsil, because I don't want him on my team anymore now that we have Penei Sewell, who I am actually going to start above him. So Penei Sewell's there. They have Vera Tucker at... that's interesting. So I want John Hackett to play right guard. And Vera Tucker wants to play... Wait, let me just auto-generate the best lineup. How do I do that? Generate the best lineup. Confirm. So we put... There we go. Now it's switched. And then we'll just switch Penei Sewell to there. Now we have TJ Hawkinson. We have good wide receivers. Fullback's not great. But then on defense... The defense is good. We do need a middle linebacker because Telfer... Actually, Telfer will go up to star because I think he was star already, wasn't he? I can't remember exactly. But I kind of want to sign Aaron Donald. That was kind of the reason why I was trading around. Because I kind of want to sign Aaron Donald. We have $13.9 million. I don't think it's going to be possible. Maybe we don't sign Aaron Donald. Quarterbacks. There's Davis Mills. He's got 2 contracts. So good for him. Oh, and it looks like Mark Burton ends up being a star development quarterback. So good for him. Running backs, we're fine with. Then we go to wide receivers. There's Deandre Hopkins, but he's going to be wanting a ton of money. Plus, he's old, 33 years old. There's Devante Smith. We've had Devante Smith before. We traded him away, actually. It looks like he might be going to Cleveland. But we're fine on wide receiver. We don't need anything else like that. Tight end, I could use a backup, I guess. But do I want to spend the money on another tight end? I think I might be fine. Left tackle, offensive line we're good with. Like, we don't need any offensive line. We're totally fine on offensive line. Then we go to defense, and there's nothing really here. Then defensive tackle, I mean, just Aaron Donald, really. Aaron Donald would be my defensive tackle. Why does Peyton Turner look like that? I don't know. Khalil Mack could be interesting. That could be fun. Middle linebacker... Levante David has fallen crazy at 35 years old. That's pretty wild. Corners, I'm pretty happy with my corners. And then we go to free safeties. I'm pretty happy with my free safeties. And strong safeties isn't anything better than what we have already. So really the only person that I want to bring in is Aaron Donald. And I don't know if I'd be able to. A 2-year contract for Aaron Donald. Is this enough? Probably not. We would have like no money. I can't do that. So what about if I gotta go back out? What are they offering him? I don't know what they're offering him. Can I offer this? I can offer that. But that doesn't even put us in the stratosphere. And that's all the money that we have. So we can't even afford Aaron Donald. Unless I'd have to trade a big time contract. I don't really want to do that. Especially not for 34-year-old Aaron Donald. So... really, there's not a lot here at free agency. This isn't really that great of a class. I'm not really seeing anything that I have to have. There's not really a player out here that's screaming the name, especially for the amount of money that we have. We don't have a ton of money, so it's not like I don't think we're missing out on anybody. I mean, I'll throw a bone to like Jadeveon Clowney if he wants to come in and get some minutes off the bench. I'll throw a bone to you. I'd be happy with that. He could come in and play some linebacker too. He doesn't have to play pass rusher. Or defensive end, I should say. But other than that, I don't think there's really anything else for me here. Free agency's kind of a dud. Because we don't really have a ton of money to spend. I'm not seeing anything. I am not seeing anything. Let's go to the next week and see what happens here. See what happens. See if the main man signs the contract or not. Jadeveon Clowney, is he going to be a Chicago Cougar? He has not signed the contract just yet. Does he have better offers? He does have a lot better offers, so we can't get by with lowballing him anymore. We're gonna have to actually pay him if we want to bring Jadeveon Clowney in. So let's bump up the offer a little bit. I'll bump it up to about that, and we'll see what they have to say. Is that bump? That puts us ahead. Okay, I can do that. Where did everybody else go? So league signings. Where's Aaron Donald playing? Aaron Donald will go to Seattle for one season, maybe. I don't know what it is. Deandre Hopkins will go to Baltimore to play for the Ravens. Travis Etienne will go to the Saints. Trent Brown signs with the Packers. Fletcher Cox signs with the Titans. Devante Smith signs with the Browns. Chandler Jones also signs with the Saints. Joel Petonio signs with the Cowboys. Emmanuel Ogbah with the Cardinals. Zach Wilson's going to be the quarterback of the Vikings. Shamel Thompson's going to be the quarterback of the wide receiver for the Cowboys. Tommy Tremble also signs with the Packers. Saints are spending a lot of money, spending on Poona Ford as well. Ravens get Kadarius Toney. Okay, very interesting. Davis Mills is signed with the Rams. I saw that. Very interesting choices there. But we will move to the third week, I should say, of free agency and see if Jadeveon Clowney accepts our new offer. Does Jadeveon Clowney accept? He does. We get Jadeveon Clowney to be a nice role player on the squad. Okay. And as for scouting, what are our needs? I don't even know. We have the 12th pick in the draft. We traded our 32nd pick for, who was that? For TJ Hawkinson, I think, and Penei Sewell. So we need to get some linebackers is really what we need. So there's a couple good ones here at middle linebacker, especially that Benji Mays. I think Benji Mays is going to be pretty decent. He looks kind of good. He's not super fast. Casey White looks good. Steven Wilbur looks pretty decent as well. Rakeem McDonald is Rakeem. There's one linebacker that looked like he was going to be amazing. It could be him. I mean, he's an early first rounder, so he's going to have decent potential, but I don't know if I like him that much. Jake Locklear looks pretty good, and so does Montra Cumberland. So two of these guys could be decent. So there's some options at linebacker. As for defensive tackle, Zion Gore looks kind of good. Zion Gore looks actually really good. Keith Colbert doesn't look great. Jake Carr looks okay. Oh, I think it was Dante Bethel. Yes, Dante Bethel looks amazing. Dante Bethel looks really good. He looks like he's going to be an absolute stud. As for corners, Rayshawn Swift has a 4.3. Rayshawn Swift runs 4.3. Oh, he might be the guy. He might be the guy. As for free safety and strong safety, it's not a great free safety or just a safety class in general. Orlando Huber, he's fast. What about Alex Ali? Ooh, Alex Ali looks really good. He could be the guy. Hopefully he doesn't get drafted that highly because he could be something. What about Jason Hillhouse? He looks okay. A lot of first-round talent guys here in the running back spot. Early first-rounder for you. This guy's a first-rounder as well. A lot of talent there. What about some freak shows? Is there like a super tall wide receiver? Is there like a super short wide receiver? I'm talking like, are we getting like a 5'9" wide receiver? A lot of grit. What about up here at the top? Is there a short wide receiver? I thought that said 6'7" for a second, but it was 207. 5'10", 5'10". Nothing really crazy down here in the bottom. What's a 5'10" receiver looking like? A round three talent? And he runs a 4.3? I'll put him on the list. He could be a sneaky pick. Tight ends. The tight end class just doesn't look great. Doesn't look great at all. Left tackle doesn't look great. Right guard's bad. Left guard could be bad too. I don't know. There's some good players in there. That Dante Bethel pass rusher guy looks absolutely amazing, so I might want to go get him. But also that safety, Alex Ali, he looked really good as well. Free agency recap. We don't really need any free agency recap because we saw all the major things that happened. Keenan Allen signs with the Panthers. Eddie Jackson back with the Bears. Ryan Jensen with the Cowboys. Khalil Mack signs with the Cardinals. Mike Hilton goes to the Panthers. A.J. Dillon signs with the Diablos. That was hard for me to say. Some interesting moves. A lot of older guys in the class. And now we go to the draft. We have pick 12. Are we going to move up in the draft? We have the picks to do it. Is there a guy that I need in this draft? Let's start the draft. So the Giants have pick 1. We knew that. So let's view the draft board really quickly. Let's view the draft board. So the first guy that I like is Alex Ali, and he's projected to go around the top 10. That doesn't mean necessarily that he is going to go top 10, but he's projected to go top 10. I do like Alex Ali. I think he's one of the best players in the class. He runs a 4.4. He's pretty good. Benji Mays also looks really good. A little bit on the slow side, but looks really good. And then we don't get another guy that I like until a little bit down in the class. There's Dante Bethel. He's second round projection. He looks amazing. Jake Carr looks good as well. Rayshawn Swift, did he look good? Yeah, he ran the 4.3. That's right. I liked him as well. We have a second round pick, which is pick 1, and then we go to pick 12 in the third round. Okay. I can work with this. Let's go through the top couple of guys and see if Alex Ali gets picked. So, number 1 overall pick is Nathan Ryan, quarterback from Wisconsin. The Ravens take Keith Colbert. Danny Givens goes to the Colts at 3. So now we're at pick 4. Collins is starting, or Alex Ali is starting to get up there. I'm going to go one more pick. If the Cardinals take him, I'm going to be upset. They take Colin McLeod. Okay. Now I'm starting to get a little bit worried that he's going to go. So let's talk to the Bears about pick 5. Remember, we could have had pick 5 earlier. Let's talk to the Bears about pick 5. So what do they want? I'll give them a second round pick next year. And what do you say to that? You say you don't like it. Understandable. Understandable. I'll give you a third round pick this year as well. They say they don't like that. Understandable. This is a first round pick. This is a top 5 pick that you're trying to give away here. So instead, I'll give you, since we're going to be drafting a strong safety anyway, I'll give you Tevin Lambert. Do you like they like Tevin Lambert? Trade decline. Okay, so it's probably going to take a first round pick to get him, or to get this pick. Do you like having Cam Curl? I don't really want to give up Cam Curl though. They need right tackle, and I mean I have Laramie Tunsil. Is this where we give up Laramie Tunsil?
We've got some action here, folks.
Finally, Laramie Tunsil's off the board. I probably could have got a lot more for that, but I mean, I didn't want to take the risk of having that thing happen, so I probably could have got a lot more for Laramie Tunsil. I also gave him my second round pick, which might not be good, but I'm going to take Alex Ali because he looks absolutely amazing. Hidden development, he's ranked third in true value, and he drafted at number 5. He's got hidden development, 93 speed, 91 excel, 79 pursuit, 76 zone coverage, 73 play rec. He looks good. He looks really, really good, and he's probably going to start over Tevin Lambert now. So that's a big pick for the Cougars there. Alex Ali to the team. Tevin Butler goes, and at least we get Laramie Tunsil's contract off the books. Benji Mays goes to the Raiders. He's an 80 overall. So then Rakeem McDonald is up, and I think I can pass on Rakeem McDonald. The next person that I want is that Rashawn. Where's he at? Rashawn Stewart, or was that his name? Or was it? No, it was Dante Bethel, and then it was Rashawn Swift. That's who it was. So we're talking second round now, and I still have my 12th pick overall. I didn't trade that away in the Laramie Tunsil trade. So pick 10 is the Eagles. Pick 11 is the Titans. There goes Rakeem McDonald, and now we're up. And now we have the luxury of possibly trading back in the draft because I didn't give up that pick. So, and I don't think there's anybody up here, at least in the top half. Do I want Juan Richmond? Not really. He looks okay. He looks good. Byron Webster doesn't look like amazing. And then Antoine Middleton ran a 4.3 as well. He's a good wide receiver, 6'2", but we have a lot of wide receivers. We have 4 of them. We have Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Matt Peterson, and we have what's the guy's name? Tajay Chamberlain. I couldn't think of his name for a second. Okay, so we will review the trades. So I'm looking to either trade back in the draft a little bit and hopefully get a first-round pick next year. A few teams are offering that. 22, 19, and pick 30. I don't know if going back into the late 20s or into the 20s at all is a good idea. But this one's interesting. From the Cowboys, pick 13, which is just 1 pick back. And we'd be adding some assets. I think I might do that and then try and trade pick 13. Because we'd be getting a 3rd round pick next year and a 4th round pick this year. I'm going to do that. And then we just move back 1 pick. We literally just move back 1 pick. And then we can trade that pick too. So who do they use that pick on? They use it on Kareem Church. So now we just got a free 3rd round pick and a 4th round pick. And we possibly could get even more if we trade back again. So pick 4. We could trade back to pick 14. That could be pretty funny. Pick 20, 19. Pick 19's not horrible. And we'd also be getting a 2nd round pick. That's not bad. Is there anything that's better? Pick 17, but that pick is in the 2nd or in next year's draft. I think that pick is not too bad. That package that they're offering there. Let's do that one. Who was offering it? Was it up here? Was it the Broncos that was offering it? I thought it was a 2nd round pick. Hold on, let me go through these again. Who was offering me the pick? I think it might have been the Broncos. Because that seems pretty decent of a trade. Yeah, I think it was the Broncos. Let's trade with the Broncos. We move back 1 more pick. And we get a 3rd round pick this year. So we'll skip. They take a guy. So we're just trading back 1 pick and we're picking up draft picks as well. All right, this might be the trade where we make a big time move. Like I'm talking, we drop back into the 20s. The Saints are offering me pick 19 and a 2nd round pick next year. 2026. Pick 20. But I'm looking for picks this year mainly. We don't really need picks for next year because we're not going to be playing next year's draft. So picks next year are basically useless. That's why I traded that 1st round pick for Penei Sewell and TJ Hawkinson. This one doesn't seem bad. We're going to pick 16 for the Diablos. Let's do that. Pick 16 and another 3rd round pick. Just keep piling up them 3rd round picks. And now we come back up. And now let's see if any of our players are even close. Not really. So we could still go back even more. We could go back even more if we needed to. I might take a decent offer here. I don't want to take 2026 picks. Pick 23 and then a 2nd round pick. Ooh, the Commanders are giving me a good offer. I might take the Commanders. Wait, what was their pick? It was pick 23. But the Patriots are offering me 1st and 2nd round pick this year. The Patriots look like the best deal. That Jets offer is okay, but I mean, we'd just be moving back 1 more pick. I think we take the Patriots offer. We get a 1st and a 2nd round pick this year. And we move back a few more spots. Not anything crazy. But I mean, I'm not going to be absolutely upset if one of the guys that are on the board goes. There goes Antoine Middleton. I'm not super upset about it. He's 76 overall. It's not a big deal. And now we're up again. There goes Byron Webster. I've just amassed a lot of picks, actually. Look at all the picks that I've got. All the 3rd round picks that I have now. And we're still not even really that close to losing like Dante Bethel or anything. Chris Lawrence, is he worth taking? He's got really good stats at least. I don't know if he's worth taking or not. We don't really need a running back. So these two guys, I wouldn't be upset if they left. So, I mean, let's trade back again, I guess. Let's trade back again. At this point, I might even like make a trade for a player because we don't have Laremy Tunsil's contract anymore. So if I could make a trade for a player, I think Dante Bethel will be there at the start of the second round. So let's see. What do we need? A D tackle. A D tackle would be something that we could use. So Romeo Goddard for the 22nd overall pick. They need a little bit more value. I understand that. I have a ton of third round picks that I've amassed. They need more value. Did I ever get... I gave away that second round pick next year. I did. Okay, they need more value than that. Okay, Romeo Goddard's a good player. I don't really want to give up a second round pick, but I can give up 2/3, maybe. Wait, what was the other pick that I gave up? Where's the third round pick that I get? There it is. Okay. What about that? 2 third round picks and a first? That's close. I could give him the 2 higher versions. Oh, that's so close. That's so close. It's going to take a second to get him, but I don't want to give up a second. I really don't want to give up a second. He's an X factor, though. He's an X factor on defense. We'll come back to him. If there's not another guy that I really want, then I'll give up a second for him. Who else is here? Quinnen Williams, Ed Oliver, Theron Payne, Fletcher Cox. There's Romeo Goddard again. I think we got to do it. We got to trade for Romeo Goddard. I'll give up my second round pick in 54. And then I'll give up a third round pick next year. And see if that can get it done. Okay, third round pick this year. Pick 96. Trade declined. How about pick 78? And it gets it done. So we trade with the Bills to get Romeo Goddard, a superstar X Factor defensive tackle, 92 overall. And now we have pick 1 in the second round. Hopefully Dante Bethel doesn't go, or that corner doesn't go. I don't think they will, but we'll wait and see. Juan Richmond goes. He was one of... There's the 2 running backs go. Alex Andrews, D'Angelo Savage, Don Phelps, Anton Gamble. And when we make it to the second round, we don't have another pick in the second round because I traded away that pick. There's Dante Bethel. Jake Carr looks good. Rayshawn Swift will go in the second round. Casey White, he looks fairly good too. Zion Gore, we don't need a D tackle anymore. What's my draft board looking like? So I've got a lot of D tackles on there. Don't really need that anymore. There's the center Josh Schmidt, who looks pretty decent. Steven Wilbur looks good. A lot of wide receivers look good. This Jake Locklear looked really good, right? Yeah, he looked pretty decent. So did Montre Cumberland. I think Locklear looks better, though. Let's see. I'm very intrigued by Casey. These top 3 guys I'm very intrigued by, and they're all going to go second round. Or at least that's what they're projected to go second round. I'm going to take Dante Bethel with this pick because he just looks like an absolute stud. He's a 76 overall with normal development, but he's number 5 in true value. All right. He looks like an absolute monster. 85 speed, 85 strength, 82 tackling. I think it was worth it to take him. It just sucks that he's got normal development. But he looks like an absolute monster. There goes Rayshawn Swift. He was also a 76 overall. Casey White was a 74. So I guess it's good that I didn't trade up. Sim to next user pick. Let's make our selection. I'm kind of upset that I'm not super upset, but I'm kind of upset that he was not a hidden development player. So into the third round, I think we take Jake Locklear. He looks really good. He's also normal development, 74 overall, 17th in true value. So I'm not getting like crazy development players, but they're decent overalls for their positions. Next user pick. There goes Montre Cumberland. He was a 73. I think what I do here is I take Steven Wilbur, maybe? He could be good. Or we take Josh Schmidt, who looks pretty decent. Let's take Josh Schmidt with this pick. He's a hidden development center. Probably star, but he's still a hidden development center. And now we go to pick 32. If Steven Wilbur's there, I'll take him. But if not, then we'll just like go. Steven Wilbur's not there. So you got Telvin Walden, who is 6'3", 234 out of Washington. You got Cam Winters. And you've got Nigel Childress. I don't think Nigel Childress is that great. So just 2 wide receivers. And I got a lot of draft picks left. It doesn't look too great for potential signings or potential draft picks. All these corners look kind of garbage. Let me get this off the screen. Okay, there we go. I think I'm just going to trade the rest of these picks away. So I will go and trade these picks away, and I will see you guys at the rookie like ratings and see how everybody's doing around the class. So yeah, I'm going to go trade these picks away. I'll see you guys there. Okay, so here we are at the recap of the draft, and we drafted Alex Ali with the 5th pick overall. He is a hidden development player, strong safety. He's going to be a beast. Hopefully he's like superstar development or anything. Dante Bethel ends up being a normal development player, which is a little bit disappointing, but he's got really good stats. He looks like he's going to be an absolute monster as well. Jake Locklear, also normal development, which shocked me. I thought he was going to be at least maybe a star development player. He looks pretty good. And then Josh Schmidt was our other hidden development guy. We could move him to guard if we need to, or you can just back up our guy. But let's take a look around the league at some of the higher rated players and see what kind of overalls they were. So the highest overall player ends up being Benji Mays, who we could have drafted. He's a hidden development guy. Let me take a look at his development trade. If it's more than star, I'm going to be a little bit upset because I had an option to draft him. It's just star. Okay, that doesn't make me feel that bad that we missed out on him. I'm not upset. Then we got the second highest rated, or at least tied for the second highest player with Alex Ali. Okay, we did pretty good. I'm happy with the draft class that we brought in. I think it is going to be helping us. I mean, obviously, we're never going to see the true potential of these guys because we're only going one more season. But I like the way the roster looks. We can go to the next week. We don't have to advance to. We don't have to do any adjusting roster things or anything like that. I like what we're working with here. I'm going to do all the preseason stuff off camera, and the next time you see me will be week number 1, where we will implement the wheel spin. But this is the final look at the roster before the end of the episode. We've got everything working. I'm going to have Matt Peterson back up to superstar. I will have, who else was it? It was, oh yeah, we got Romeo Goddard. I will have Kalen Cousins back up to superstar. Alex Ali will start. I will have Trayvon Diggs back up to star, and we will put Jeff Sewell up to superstar because I think he was a superstar last season too. So the defensive line looks pretty crazy. I will say that. The defensive line looks really good. But hopefully the wheel spin is kind to us. That's what I'm hoping for next episode. Josh Schmidt can go back behind Elijah Vera Tucker. The offensive line looks pretty good now with Penei Sewell there. And Hackett's up to an 87 with the Morales, so that's pretty good. The offense looks a lot better now that we have TJ Hawkins in there, so that's good. The fullback position is not really that big of a deal. But we can have like Juan Jordan there, I guess. And maybe I'll put Jonathan Taylor up to superstar just because I feel like he deserves it after the season he had. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the off-season video. We made a lot of moves in trading. We didn't really do a lot of moves in free agency. We signed like Devion Clowney. That's the only move we made. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought of the draft, what you guys thought of free agency, and how you think the team is looking for the final season. And also, don't forget, let me know down below in the comments also about your possible wheel spin ideas for me to put on the wheel throughout the season. So let me know about that stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.